Video vlog check everybody, Azrael here, and we are back again for another vlog, and this time we're going to feature a new smartphone from Huawei, and this is the Huawei Nova 11i, a new smartphone from the Nova 11 series from Huawei Philippines. Okay, we have this a new smartphone. It will be launched today, and I'm going to use this phone to take photos and video later for our event with Huawei Philippines. And nag-i-English tayo ngayon, nag-i-English tayo. Siguro baka mag-format tayo in English na para sa mga international guests natin are getting to know more about the Huawei Nova 11 series. So before I unbox this, let me discuss to you the tech specs of the Huawei Nova 11i. Take note, as of this moment, I don't have yet the SRP price of this phone because I'm attending the launch later this afternoon, and maybe I can edit the title. You can see the SRP price. Alright, okay, here's the tech specs of the Huawei Nova 11i. Let's do this. Okay guys, here's the tech specs of the Huawei Nova 11i. So it has a display of 6.8 inches LCD display. It has a 90 Hz refresh rate. It is good for gaming for sure. It has a 270 Hz touch sampling rate. This is best for FPS gaming. And it has 16.7 millions of colors at its resolution is 1080 by 2388. Alright, that's the tech specs for the display of the Huawei Nova 11i. For the CPU, the Nova 11i is using a Qualcomm Snapdragon 680 with 4 2.4 GHz Cortex A73 and 4 1.9 GHz Cortex A53. And the OS that is using is EMUI 13. Alright, this is much more updated, and we want to check out how to install some of your favorite apps like YouTube, for example. I'll discuss that later. For the memory, the Huawei Nova 11i is using an 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. That's the online exclusive that Huawei Philippines will be offering, but they are also offering an 8GB of RAM and 256GB of storage offered online and offline. It means that the much lower storage, like the 128GB storage, it will be offered only for online. I guess the price is much more lower than the 256. But if you're a frequent gamer or you like to take photos or do vlogging, I suggest get the 256GB of storage. For the camera specs, the Huawei Nova 11i is using a 48 megapixel with 1.8 aperture. This is the high-res camera, the main camera of the Huawei Nova 11i, and the second camera is a 2 megapixel 2.4 depth camera. So the Huawei Nova 11i has a dual rear camera. That's 48 megapixel and 2 megapixel, and it can record a video up to 1080p resolution. Wow, this is perfect for vlogging. For the front camera, the Huawei Nova 11i is using a 16 megapixel front camera with 2.2 aperture, and the front camera can record up to 1080p. Alright, this is perfect for vlogging, as I mentioned earlier. For the battery specs of the Huawei Nova 11i, the phone is using a 5000 mAh battery with 40 watts Huawei Supercharged Turbo. So if you're going to use the charging brick, it will give you 40 watts of turbo charging time. Wow, this is much more faster, and I really like the battery specs. 5000 mAh can last until tomorrow. Alright. For the other specs of the Huawei Nova 11i, it is a dual nano SIM, 4G ready. Take note, 4G ready. This is not a 5G phone, this is a 4G ready phone. It's using a USB Type-C port and USB Type-C ear jack. It means that it doesn't have any 3.5mm ear jack, and it has a fingerprint sensor. I'm sure it has also a face recognition, but we were going to test it later. For the body color, Huawei Nova 11i is available in color green and color black. And for me, I think I got the color mint green. Yeah, it's green. So for the SRP, don't have the details yet because the event launch will occur this afternoon. So I'm gonna just put the description of the SRP price. All right, so thank you Huawei Philippines. Let's unbox it and let's use it. Okay, let's do this. And here we go. This is the Huawei Nova 11i from Huawei Philippines. Let's check out the box. Actually, it is sealed, and I got the 256 gigabyte of storage version, and it's a dual SIM, colored mint green, and this is the Huawei Nova 11i. So let's unbox. So what's inside the box? All right, let's open it. Wow, check it out, yo. Actually, I tested the other Nova 11 series, and this is the much more lower version. Let me remove the sticker because I don't need it, and it's a bit annoying. And here we go. This is the body. Wow, I really like the color. Mint green, Huawei Nova 11i. It's very much more, targeted for the millennials, Gen Z, younger phone users. So, all right. So this is the unit. Let's see what's inside the box, and I can see the SIM tool, ejector pin, and it has finally it has a some manuals, and also the jelly case. This is, for me, it's much more very important. I need to use this so that the phone won't get any scratches. Even if it falls to the ground, it will not be damaged. So you need to use the jelly case. All right, so that's inside the box, and it has here the charging brick, the 40 watts Huawei supercharged turbo. This is the charging brick, and the USB Type-C cable. So that's the content inside the box. So let me put it aside and let's unbox. Let me set up the Huawei Nova 11i. So let's check out the body. So this is the rear camera. You can see the 48 megapixel and the 2 megapixel camera. And there's also a flash. So on top, it's the SIM ejector pin. Unfortunately, I think this is not a expandable storage. This is the microphone on the left side. So clean, it's so smooth. At the bottom of the phone, there's a microphone, USB Type-C, and speakers. I think only one speakers. And the right side is the power button. I think this is the fingerprint sensor, and also this is the volume rocker. So for the front camera, you can see here it's a pinhole camera, I think so. Let's check it out, Joe. So I'm going to use this pin. Let's check the SIM tray. So it's what does it look like inside? So okay, so it's a dual nano SIM, and it has no tray for the memory card, so you cannot expand this to up to 1 terabyte. So okay, that's it for the Huawei Nova 11i. You can see the body, the color, and it's really nice, super millennial style. So I'm very excited to use it because we are going to the desert museum. Desert museum. Okay, let me power it on. Let's check it out, yo, and we can see the Huawei logo. I've tried a lot of Huawei phones. I think this is the latest that I will try using the non-Googled phone, because it's using its own OS. So I'm very much excited to try this. But later I'm going to teach you how to install some of those apps. So let me set up this phone first. This is a Huawei. It's very impressive. The loading is very fast. And this is English. Let's start it on English. We are on the Philippines, so let's click Philippines. Okay, let me check that. Click next. I don't have a SIM card yet, so skip. Let's connect to the Wi-Fi network. Just a minute, guys. All right, we are now connected to our Wi-Fi. So let me click next. Wi-Fi has no internet access. Okay, it's already inside. Oh, that's a facial recognition. I set up from the. But first, let me set a password. So 6-digit PIN password. Just a minute, guys. Okay, we got our PIN, and let me set up a fingerprint. At first, let me input the 6-digit number. Wait. And here we go. So let me place my thumb here at the side mounted mount power button and fingerprint scan. So the Huawei Nova 11i is now scanning my fingerprint, my thumb fingerprint. And all right, it's a little bit more. Okay, and it's very easy. Enrollment successful. So let's click OK. Let's set up this facial recognition. I really like this kind of style, no? Some phones will just bypass the facial recognition, but this one will still require you to enroll it. Okay. And okay, let me face the camera. Let's enroll my face. All right, our face is now enrolled. All right, so let's click next. Okay, I don't need that yet. Data privacy. So I think I need to enroll my Huawei ID. Can I skip this part? Oh crap! I don't like this kind of style. You know, I need to enroll the Huawei ID for privacy and. Holy crap. So I think it's like their own registration. Let me encode my account. Just a minute, guys. All right, I just input my Huawei ID. So let me uncheck cloud backup. Don't want to use that. Okay, agree. It's like it's their own Google style. So you need to have your own Huawei ID. Okay, I really like this Find device. It's much more secured. Media services, agree. And then add later. I don't want to add my bank account here. Click next. Enable all services. Join the user experience. Share analytics. They want to get my data. Okay, I'll give it my data. Petal search. It's on its search. Move another, set up as a new device. Oh, I don't like this gesture thing. Okay, I need to close this, finish. And I wanna uncheck everything. I don't wanna install all the apps. So this is it. Wow, I really like the screen. Huawei Nova 11i. The screen is really nice. See? It's much more clear. This is weird, huh? This is weird. And it wanted to install some of the updates. Let me check my cheat sheet here. So later on, I'm going to explore the camera. So I check out the settings about the phone. Okay, about the phone. So Huawei Nova 11i, GPU Turbo, Snapdragon 680. The RAM is 8GB plus 3GB, so I can expand this up to added more RAM. So it's already 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's a total of 11GB of RAM and 256GB of storage. For the remaining, it's 237GB because of the system of the phone. So that's it. Wow, this is really nice. I really don't like the gesture like that, you know. I really like the one with the buttons. I think we want to set it up soon. How do I change that gesture? Okay, I'll just set up later. So this is the Huawei Nova 11i. So they have its own assistance. So we're going to. There's already some apps here available for downloading later. So you can install Gmail, Facebook. Let me install this. Okay, and I think it will install Gmail. I want to install Instagram. I don't want to install that. Install Twitter. Okay, Messenger for, is this for Facebook? I'm not sure. And what else? I want to install YouTube. So the style is, if you're going to install some of the apps, you need to go to the app gallery first and go to the Gbox app. You need to install the Gbox app first so that you can install the Google Apps. Oops, what's this? I think it's an ad. So install. That's 64 gigabyte of file, I think, or MB. I think it's an MB, 64 MB file for the Gbox. So it's already installing. So all you have to do is that I think it's downloading some of the apps. Or later on, let me explore first the camera. So for the camera, let's enable this, everything. All right, so this is the rear camera. Unfortunately, the Huawei Nova 11i doesn't have a wide camera, but in terms of shooting, you need to adjust yourself in order to get a much more wider view. And right now, my phone shooting style is no longer wide. I really enjoy the portrait mode already. It's much more faster. Anyway, we're going to test it later in the next event to see some details here. All right. Even though it doesn't have any wide lens, you can still enjoy the power of the portrait rear camera of the Huawei Nova 11i. And for the selfie, all right. My lighting here is not that good, but anyway, I'm going to test it on the date. Oh, the phone is the image is adjusting. It adjusted. All right, let's try the video mode. And for the rear camera, let's go to the rear camera. It doesn't have any wide angle shots. This is shooting at 1080p, 30 fps. And if we want to check the settings is video at 30 fps only. Doesn't have any 60 fps mode, but you can also shoot at 720p. What's this button? This is the dual view. There's a dual view. This is nice. It's a dual view, and there's no wide angle lens too, but it's okay. And for the video, let me shoot myself here with the front camera. Test mic, test check, test mic, test check, test mic, test check. Let's hear my volume. Test mic, test check, test mic, test check. The speaker is nice, The speaker is nice. It's much more louder. Wow. I'm excited to try this for gaming. Alright, so this is a follow-up regarding the camera of the Huawei Nova 11i. I've learned that, for example, we are using this for photo. As you can see, there's no wide angle lens for the rear camera. For the video mode, there is no wide lens for the rear camera. But if you go to photo, for example, use the selfie mode, you can see that it has a wide lens. So this is 1x. Let's go to the photo. This is 1x for the photo, and click this dot, and now you're using the wide lens. This is the wide lens. This is the normal lens. Wide lens, normal lens. So the selfie camera of the Huawei Nova 11i has a wide angle lens. It's perfect for selfie, groupie, for example. And for the video, for the front lens, this is the normal lens for the front camera, and there's also a wide lens for the front camera. As you can see, I mentioned earlier, the front camera has a wide lens for video and photo, and also for portrait, for example. It has a wide angle lens. I like the version for the wide angle lens because I can use this for vlogging. That's the good part for the Huawei Nova 11i. Even though it doesn't have a wide lens at the rear camera, but they put the wide lens at the front camera for your selfie and also groupie. And also I really like to use this for my travel vlog because I like a wider lens at the front camera. Alright, so this is just a follow-up, and let's move on to the vlog. Alright, And what else for the camera mode? There's more. There's pro mode, slow motion, panorama, time lapse, stickers, high res, multicam. What is multicam? I'm not sure. I think I can communicate with other phones, I think. Oh, this is very interesting. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth needed to be enabled to use the video. I think I can connect to other cameras, no? Same Huawei phones. Wow, this is interesting, huh? This is interesting. So we're going to explore that feature soon. So what else? Video, photo, portrait, night mode, aperture. You can control the aperture, the camera. All right. So I guess that's it for the unboxing of the Huawei Nova 11i. We're going to test it first and then explore the beauty of it. So that's it, guys, for our unboxing of this Huawei Nova 11i. If you need more information, go to the website and Facebook of Huawei to get more info about this. But I'm going to test it coming soon. Video vlog test, photo test, gaming test, and a lot of things that we can use it. Alright, so that's it, guys. So thank you guys for watching. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll see you guys at the next video vlog adventure. Thank you so much, Huawei Philippines, and let's get it on. Let's go to Dessert Museum. Alright.